another maths examples video. So this one is another trigonometry one, but we're basing it around applications using angles of elevation and depression. So this is looking at mostly worded type questions. So what I've got down below is some notes on, so when we're solving these kind of questions, because they're quite complex sometimes, you need to be able to visualize and draw a right angle triangle and add any given information. Okay, so what you really should be doing is, as you're reading it, all right, if they're telling you you've got two buildings, draw two rectangle buildings. Or if they're telling you you've got two mountains, draw two mountains. And when you draw a diagram, you can then find your right angle triangle in it. So then you got to do, and from there, it's fairly basic. You got to then use which trig ratio you need, and then answer the question in words is the last part of it. So if we look at our first question here, we've got a helicopter is hovering at an altitude of 250 meters. So right off, they've given me some information there that I want. Okay, we want that 250 meters. Let's just see if I can get a better size. There you go. All right, and the angle of elevation is 35 degrees there. Okay, find the horizontal distance, so that's what we need to find, from the helicopter to the helipad to the nearest centimetre. So that's really to 2 dp. So, now this one came with a diagram already done. Okay, so they've already put most of this information in here, and we are mostly looking to find this here. So one of my first steps is I'm going to label my triangle, so with my A, O, and H. Okay, and I'm looking going, okay, I need this side here, so my O, and I need this side here, my A. Because I've got O and A, I'm going to be using tan. Okay, so now I'm just going to move over so I have some space. So we're going to be using our tan ratio. And then we substitute in the information we know. So we know it is 35 degrees. Okay, and we know our O is 250 meters. And then our A is unknown. I'm going to make that X just so we're dealing with something at least. Okay, so then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my solving process. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this X down the bottom and move it to the other side by multiplying. Okay, so then we get X times tan of 35 equals 250. Now, I still got another step I want to do. I don't want that tan with the X, so now I'm going to divide by tan. Okay, and whatever I do to one side, I need to do to the other side here. And what this does is that cancels this one out there, leaving us with only X. So we get X equals 250 divided by tan of 35. Alright, so now we get our calculator and do it. So 250 divided by tan of 35 gives us 357.04. Now, 2 decimal places because we're going to the nearest centimetres, and then it's in metres. Now, so we've done the solving, we've found what it wants. But the last step we've got to do, because it's a word question, is write it in words. Okay, so now we're going to state the horizontal distance, because that's what it was asking for. And then it's wanting the horizontal distance, so this is where you refer to what the question was saying, from the helicopter to the helipad. Okay, and then this is where we state our answer. So the horizontal distance is 357.04 meters. And then that's your answer. And that's how we go about answering these type of questions. So let's do one more. Now this is one where we haven't been provided a diagram at all.